Hey everyone, this is Will. In today's video, I want to answer the question, how much does Ableton Live cost? And I want to do something a little extra here. If you promise to keep a secret, don't be telling anybody. I'm going to share how you can get Ableton Live completely for free and how you can save money when you're purchasing Live. So if that sounds good, then let's dive in. Again, don't be sharing this video. This is top secret stuff here. So first, to answer the question, how much does Ableton Live cost? Well, it all depends on what edition of Live you want. There's 3 editions of Ableton Live: Ableton Live Intro, Ableton Live Standard, and Ableton Live Suite. Now, next week, I'm going to compare the features of the 3 different editions. We'll break those down. But to see that, you got to make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified when that content goes live. So make sure you do that so you see next week's video. But in essence, Intro is the best place to get started. Standards is what's best if you're running tracks. And if you want to create your own music using Ableton's built-in effects and instruments, or use Max for Live to do some really crazy things, or even create your own instruments and effects in Ableton Live, then Live Suite is the way to go. And the pricing depends basically where you are in the world. But I'm here in the United States, and so visiting Ableton's site here in the States, Intro is $99, Standard is $449, and Suite is $749. A couple things worth mentioning: those are direct downloads, and they work both on PC or Mac. And with one purchase of a serial number, you can use that on 2 different computers. And the thought there is a studio computer and a stage computer. Now, if you enjoy the content I'm posting on this channel, you can help support me by purchasing your version of Ableton Live, your edition of Ableton Live, using the links in the description. Those are affiliate links. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I get a little bit of money back whenever you purchase Ableton through those links. And you're purchasing directly through Ableton's site, which is really, really cool. But again, I promised, how can you get Ableton Live for free? Well, here's a great secret that not a lot of people realize. But if you go to purchase a audio interface, a MIDI controller, even sometimes a software DAW or a plugin, a lot of times it's bundled with a version of Ableton Live that's called Ableton Live Lite. And Ableton Live Lite is a completely free version of Ableton Live. There's a lot of really great features to this. It's slightly limited. You get 16 scenes, 8 audio inputs, 8 audio outputs, and 8 MIDI tracks that you have access to. You only have a few of Ableton's instruments that are included and a few of Ableton's audio effects. But again, I want to make sure you get that. You get Ableton completely for free. So if you purchase that hardware, that software, again, Ableton's kind of like AOL disk. If you're been alive long enough to remember those days, they're everywhere. So you can buy almost any hardware or software, and you're going to be able to get Ableton Live Lite completely for free. And it's a great way to get started and to get using it. But here's the really cool thing, even more top secret. Definitely don't let this out. Once you get your Live Lite license, go to ableton.com and register it. And let's say you're using it and you go, man, I am ready to go. I'm ready to get Ableton Live Standard. Don't go somewhere new and buy Standard. Do this: log into your Ableton account and go to this page, and I'll link this page. You can select your license. I selected my Ableton Live 11 Lite license that I have, and look what I get here. I can upgrade to Standard for $369. Now, again, that's $369 US. But if I go back to the page I was on earlier with no Live Lite license, remember, I paid nothing for my Live Lite license. Look, that's $449. So if you just buy Standard upright, it's $449. If you go buy a hardware controller, maybe a piece of software that includes Live Lite with it, then you can get Standard for $369. And you can upgrade to Suite for $649. And again, that's as opposed to paying $749 for Suite. So that's a really, really great way, incredible way, in fact, to get a discount on Ableton Live. And in fact, if you've already purchased Ableton Live, then you can get a discount on an upgrade as well too. So if you have a previous version of Live, maybe Live 9, Live 10, whatever it is, log into your account, go to this same page, you'll be able to pull up your license and you'll be able to see the pricing based on your upgrade, which is great. But there's even an additional way to get an even greater and better discount on using Ableton Live. You can purchase what's called an Ableton Live EDU license, and students and teachers save 40% on purchases of Ableton Live. So let's look at the pricing for that. So if you go to get Ableton Live 11 Standard, you're going to pay $269. And if you go to get Ableton Live 11 Suite, you're going to pay $449. Now, if we compare that to the full price, again, standard is $449, Suite is $749. So basically for the price of standard, you can get Ableton Live 11 Suite if you're a teacher or a student. But here's a really cool, great thing that I love talking about is if you subscribe to From Studio to Stage, you become a From Studio to Stage student, and I've added the link in the description of this video to do that, then you qualify for EDU status. So even if you're not enrolled in college, in university, or in a high school or teaching somewhere, then you can get the EDU price if you become a From Studio to Stage student. So that's a couple top secret tips and tricks. Again, don't go around sharing that with everybody unless you like them. If you like them, then you can share it, about how to save on Ableton Live. In fact, how to get Ableton Live for free. And then again, to answer the question, how much does Ableton Live cost? Now, next week, I'm going to break down each of those 3 editions of Ableton Live to show you the different features in both and talk about when I think you should purchase whichever version. But again, to make sure you see that, you've got to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as that video goes live. And if you would like to save and get a EDU license to Ableton Live, then consider becoming a From Studio to Stage student. And I've included the link in the description below to do that. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week as we dive into the features of the 3 editions of Ableton Live. Take care. Bye.